Subject identified as entity number 65, codename the Vigil. Also known as Bleeding Stars, the Thousand Stairs, the Flesh Sentries, Halo of Watchers. Classification: Panoptic Horror, Parasitic, Collective Consciousness. Appearance: each member of the Vigil appears as a massive floating disembodied eye, encased in slick, inflamed quasi-biological membranes. Veins pulse visibly beneath the translucent surface. From the rear, tendrils hang like melted flesh or ligaments, twitching slowly, dripping with iridescent fluid. The sclera is stained yellow and red, and the iris is oversized with a light-absorbing black pupil that dilates independently of external light. Their number fluctuates wildly, but always appears in odd-numbered groups. At the heart of any cluster is a primary observer, identifiable by its swollen, scarring-ringed cornea and erratic movement patterns. Known behaviors: suspended surveillance. The Vigil does not land, speak, or interact directly. It simply hovers above urban areas, motionless and mute, for hours at a time, staring downward at seemingly random individuals, intersections, or structures. Gaze lock. When one fixes its pupil on a target, the other surrounding members will align formation, silently shifting to mimic its gaze. This locks the target in a web of attention that's been described as suffocatingly heavy. Sleep disruption field. Those within a 300-meter radius often report insomnia, auditory hallucinations, and repetitive dreams of drowning in eyeballs. Biological surveillance. Security footage often fails to capture their presence. However, animals, infants, and certain plants, like monstera or devil's ivy, become visibly agitated in their proximity, suggesting an unknown biotic signal. Abilities. 1. Oculokinetic influence. The Vigil can see into the neurological impulses of living beings, perceiving muscle tension and intention milliseconds before movement occurs. This gives them predictive awareness of behavior. 2. Cognitive syncing. When 3 or more units align their gaze on a subject, they can begin to overwrite the target's thoughts with mirrored memories from others nearby. Victims lose track of their own identity within minutes. 3. Hollow echo field. Their presence erases all electromagnetic signals within a localized pocket. Phones fail, watches reverse time, and birds fall from the sky mid-flight. 4. Retinal infection. Looking directly into their eye for longer than 3 seconds induces a condition known as ocular blooming, where the victim's pupil slowly expands until it engulfs the iris, causing hallucinations of being watched even in pitch black. Weaknesses inferred. Closed eyes. Individuals who close their eyes or wear mirrored lenses seem partially resistant to their influence. However, some report hearing the gaze instead, described as a faint squelching or wet blink. Prayer in dead languages. In one case, a Catholic priest reciting pre-council Latin hymns caused a cluster of watchers to disperse violently, leaving scorched after images in the air. Rapid movement. Victims running erratically or with unpredictable patterns seem harder for the Vigil to track. This has not been verified long-term. Self-observation loop. Pointing a live camera feed directly at them, looping back via mirrored monitors, causes visual stuttering and apparent distress, though this may escalate them. Threat level. 9.110. Reality folding surveillance entity. Notes. The Vigil doesn't kill, it doesn't chase, it doesn't roar or attack, it merely watches, long enough for you to fall apart on your own. One survivor described it best. "I didn't die that night, but the part of me that thought no one was watching, that part did." Conclusion: they are not invaders, they are custodians of shame, and we gave them far too much to watch.